Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. We begin in Washington, D.C., where Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir were hosted by U.S. President Donald Trump at the Oval Office. The closed-door meeting lasted nearly 1 hour and 20 minutes and also included Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. According to the Prime Minister's office, discussions were cordial, focusing on strengthening bilateral ties and strategic cooperation. This was the first formal engagement between President Trump and Pakistan's current leadership, and it comes as Islamabad seeks to warm relations with Washington ahead of the Prime Minister's UN General Assembly address. Back home, a fresh political tussle is brewing. PPP Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has demanded that the Benazir Income Support Program be the sole channel for flood relief distribution across the country. He insists the BISP mechanism ensures transparency and directly reaches the most deserving families. Punjab Chief Minister Mariam Nawaz has sharply disagreed, accusing the PPP of politicizing the issue. She argues that provincial governments must also play their part in rehabilitation. The disagreement once again highlights rifts within the coalition over how to manage post-flood aid. In Karachi, proceedings at the Sindh High Court turned chaotic during a hearing over Islamabad High Court Judge Tariq Mahmood Jahangiri's disputed law degree. A two-judge bench rejected Jahangiri's request to join the proceedings, saying it must first decide on the maintainability of the petitions. The move sparked protests inside the courtroom, with lawyers and petitioners staging a walkout. The matter remains unresolved as jurisdictional objections are under consideration. To Islamabad now, where the International Monetary Fund's review mission has begun its work. Meetings are taking place in both Islamabad and Karachi, notably without the presence of Pakistan's finance minister. The government has already drawn 130 billion rupees from an emergency fund, raising questions from the IMF about the use of those resources. The success of this review is crucial as Pakistan is awaiting the release of a $1 billion tranche under the program. For more on this, our Islamabad correspondent Sarah William has the details.
Chris, here in the capital, there's a clear sense of urgency. Officials are being pressed to justify how emergency funds were spent, while also showing progress on tax reforms and energy restructuring. The IMF delegation is expected to remain in Pakistan for several days, but insiders admit any misstep could stall the crucial tranche, further straining Pakistan's already fragile economy.
Meanwhile, residents in Islamabad and parts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa experienced tremors on Friday evening as a 5.5 magnitude earthquake struck the Hindu Kush region at a depth of nearly 195 kilometers. The shocks were felt in Peshawar, Chitral, Attock, and surrounding areas. Fortunately, no casualties or significant damage have been reported, though monitoring is ongoing. And now, a look at the weather.
Looking at the weather, the Meteorological Department forecasts hot and dry conditions across most of the country over the next 24 hours. Punjab and Islamabad will see clear skies and rising daytime temperatures. Sindh and Balochistan's coastal belts are expected to stay partly cloudy but largely dry. Rain with thunder is likely at isolated spots in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, and Azad Kashmir. In Karachi, conditions remain humid and partly cloudy with highs near 33 degrees Celsius.
And now to sports with Marshall Matthew.
Chris, Pakistan have stormed into the Asia Cup final after a thrilling 11-run win over Bangladesh in the semi-final. Defending a modest 135 runs, Pakistan's bowlers showed remarkable discipline to bowl Bangladesh out for 124. Shaheen Afridi and Haris Rauf delivered fiery spells to seal victory. That win sets up a blockbuster final between Pakistan and India in Dubai, a high-voltage encounter cricket fans across the world are eagerly awaiting.
That's all for now from Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor. Stay tuned for more updates at the top of the hour.